What is going on? Dalton here, back with another episode of DC Collects. Today we're going over 3 Marvel Pops that I think you should buy right now. Let's get collecting. So the AntMan and the Wasp Quantumanium trailer just dropped and it looks spectacular. This is definitely going to be a pivotal moment in the MCU, as we have Kang the Conqueror being the main antagonist for this story, and Kang is going to be the next Thanos level threat in the MCU. I think that means that this movie is also going to be a big moment in the MCU. This is going to draw a lot more fans to these characters, Ant-Man, the Wasp, even whatever role Cassie Lang is going to play. I also think that they're going to drop the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumanium pops a lot like the Spider-Man No Way Home pops. So they're going to do this initial release that we see here, and then later on down the line we're definitely going to get another release because we don't see any Cassie Lang pops. There's no way they're only going to have that many pops in this set. There's definitely going to be another wave coming down the line, but they probably just don't want to spoil anything, just like Spider-Man No Way Home. But first up on the list we have the Ant-Man Chase. So this is a really sick pop. The common is him masked. The Chase is him unmasked. I am going to get him out of box for you. But the reason I say go pick this one up now, and it's already starting to rise, it's trending at around $30 to $40 right now. If you find a reasonable retailer, you could probably get it for around $30, which would be a reasonable price right now. But it's definitely already on the rise. I have seen some higher solds on this pop. Some sellers, I guess, just got lucky. As you can see, it is a really nice mold, super accurate to Paul Rudd, which is also a super awesome actor. I think everybody loves Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. He does a really great job. So not only is it accurate, but he's got his OG Ant-Man suit on, and I just think this is a really underrated pop right now. The movie that this is from, the Ant-Man and the Wasp, didn't do as well as I think Disney had hoped. But as we're learning with the MCU, not every movie can have a Thanos level threat, obviously, because they just can't tell a story arc like that. They have to tell backstories and build up moments in certain story arcs. So that's why some fans are let down sometimes, but I like how we have some diversity and the pace of the films. But with that being said, Ant-Man and the Wasp didn't do as well as other MCU installments, so I think these pops definitely got overlooked, and this will be a bit of a sleeper. When Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumanium drops, I do believe everyone's going to fall in love with this character a lot more. There are also rumors that someone's going to pass away in this movie. I hope it's not Scott Lang, but if it is, that will definitely drive the price of that pop up. Also, with this new wave of Quantumanium pops, there is a Wasp chase, but no Ant-Man chase. So making this one a little more special as well. If you're enjoying this content, make sure to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I make 4 to 5 videos a week, so make sure to hit that little bell. That way you'll know when I come out with new videos. Thanks, it helps out the channel a ton and I really appreciate it. Next up on the list is its counterpart. So we have the Wasp Chase. And the Wasp common is her with her mask on, and the Chase is her unmasked. Again, super sick pop. The mold is definitely really accurate to Evangeline Lilly, who is the actor that plays the Wasp. I just think Funko did a great job with both of these pops. And as I was saying, someone might pass away in this movie. There's lots of rumors speculating that. I feel like every MCU movie now has that rumor floating around just to build it up a little bit more, but to be honest, that will, I think, drive the price of a pop up if the character is more sought after and is not going to be featured again in the MCU. That could be their last MCU pop, potentially, which would, in my opinion, make the price of the pop go up. Here we are with the Wasp, and she is definitely a really sick mold. I think they did a great job with her wings. The suit is really nice too, like you can see and feel the texture. It's a lot more futuristic looking than Scott's suit. As Mr. Hank Pym was kind enough not to give him wings and a cool suit, even though he could, as he joked about at the end of Ant-Man, which I really liked. But yeah, like I said, guys, I think this is also a sleeper. Same concept as the Ant-Man pop, but in this case there was two chases in this line, and I just think the movie was super underrated, and also the pops are just getting overlooked right now because the movie was not as well received as Disney probably would have liked. With that being said, there is a new Wasp chase coming out with the Quantumanium pops, as I was saying earlier. This one will still be the OG chase, and actually this one is rising in price. I've been looking at past eBay solds and pop price guide, so this one has been rising in price quicker than the Ant-Man pop for whatever reason. So they're definitely both already going up in price. Where the ceiling is, I don't know, but I think a lot of these Marvel chases are going to be highly sought after, potentially grails in the future, and they're definitely going to be worth a lot more than $30. This pop is already valued at around $30 to $40, so if you could pick it up for $30, I think that'd be a great deal. You will definitely see a rise in price in the future. And I just don't think you can go wrong with these two pops. They're chases. They're definitely two really iconic Marvel characters, and like I said, after the Quantumanium movie, I think everyone's going to fall in love with these characters a lot more, and it's definitely going to be a pivotal moment in the MCU, so it's going to draw a lot more attention to these characters as well. And last up on the list, we have the metallic Hot Topic exclusive Magneto, and this is the OG Magneto. Definitely gonna get this one out of box for you guys. But as we saw in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, we saw an appearance from Professor X, and I'll show you the pop that I'm talking about on the screen right now. But that pop shot up in price probably about $70 after the announcement of his character in that movie. It was hovering at around $35 to $40, and it's approximately $110 value now. That is a pretty good jump in price for just an announcement. So that is also confirmation that we are definitely going to be seeing X-Men coming up here in the near future. As we all know, Disney owns X-Men now, the rights to making X-Men movies. So the X-Men are definitely going to be a major installment to the MCU. I don't think anyone can even wait any longer to see X-Men in the MCU. Like, it's just going to be epic. But with that comes the cast of X-Men characters, and I think there's an argument to be made that Magneto is more popular than Professor X. Everybody loves a good bad guy. Magneto has really sick powers, being able to manipulate metal, and he has a super sick helmet that makes it so Professor X can't penetrate his mind. This is like I said, this is the Hot Topic exclusive. It's metallic, so there is a common version, making this one a little bit more rare already. This one is creeping up in value. I've seen sold from $40 to $50. I still think $40 would be a pretty good price for this one, as we were just talking about the jump in price with Professor X as soon as he was announced for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It's really only a matter of time before this happens. It's not an if, it's a when. The X-Men are coming. It's basically a ton of money waiting to be made for Disney because it's so popular. Even, no offense to Sony, but even the Sony X-Men movies still did really well, even though the stories were poorly executed, and just the movies in general are not even close to the level that the MCU movies are. So just the notion that they're going to be coming to the MCU. Kevin Feige and the team are going to be taking over. I think they're going to build this up into a really epic storyline for the MCU, and all the X-Men characters are going to get a lot of attention, and people are going to fall in love with the X-Men. So with all that being said, Magneto is easily one of the most popular X-Men. Definitely one of my favorites. He's super, super sick. Michael Fassbender, I think, did do a wicked job, though, in Sony's X-Men. But, again, it just didn't come anywhere near the standards of the MCU movies. So, when they come to the MCU, trust me, they're going to become way more popular. And I think it's almost going to be... they're going to be basically the next Avengers level movie for the MCU once they build up to it. In my opinion, though, this is definitely going to be a future Grail. I already have mine in a pop hard stack. This puppy isn't going anywhere out of my collection anytime soon. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. That's all I have for you tonight. We'll catch you in the next video.